But the first thing I like to do when we get out here in the water and we're just getting ready to start shooting, I like to get my line wet, okay? So a good thing to do is just take the arrow out of the quiver there, and then just give it a toss into the water. There you go. Now see how that line's getting all wet? Now crank it back in. Just add some lubrication to make it easier on the shooting, and it kind of gets any of the kinks or twist out of there. And now you can see, now you can go right ahead and knock it. And now one thing that you want to do is, because we've got the safety slide on here, you see, and we got the shock pad here, so you always want to make sure that shock pad is facing up. Okay? If it's down, it can hit your rest, and it can kick up in the air like this here, and you get a bad shot. So always make sure that your shock pad is facing up when you knock it.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
There you go. Now, you see this loop of line right here? You want to crank that up, okay? You want to crank it up because you don't want that hanging down, because if it's hanging down, it could get caught in the cattails when we go by, and it could be pulling out and you won't even know it. So crank that line up. Now what you're going to do is hold your hand on the trigger right here, and grab your line right here, and you can put it right through these little grooves right here on this top. It's called a line retainer. There you go. Now see, if you go to bend down, if you move that around, none of that line is coming down. There's not a big loop of line hanging right there. All right? And what we're going to be looking for is we're going to be looking for carp. Now the water's a little stained. It's kind of dirty. So all you're going to get is a little glimpse of a black silhouette of carp. You'll see them ahead of time because we'll start seeing some carp bombs. I call them carp bombs because the carp take off and they disturb the water and it comes up like a bomb, kind of like. But they're going to be hanging these cattails on the edges here. Look for a black silhouette and then aim low.
Okay.
All right? And now I see you got your hat on backwards. It's cool when we're driving the boat, driving around, because you want your hat to go flying off. But tell you what, that hat blocks that sun. So let's turn that hat around. See that? Gives you a lot more shade. Now it blocks that sun from shining in your eyes also. And polarized glasses are a must when it comes to bow fishing. Not just regular sunglasses. You want to have polarized glasses because the polarization helps cut through that sun glare and penetrates down to the water. You can see a little bit deeper. And don't forget to not just look at the water surface, you gotta look through the water. Kind of like looking right at those cattails right there. Look through and you can see kind of the cattail stalks down deeper in the water. That's what we want to do in bow fishing. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go get some.